What's up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll use a couple bags of QPR Cold Patch Pavement Repair on an asphalt driveway, and I will check in regularly to show how it cures over 1 month. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Now, let's get started. So, here we are. I have a couple dips in my driveway and just wanted to level them out. I'm not looking to redo my entire driveway right now. So I went to my local home improvement store, Lowe's, and this QPR is what they had in stock. First, there was a broken bag in the stack, which resulted in black tar all over the place. If you plan to purchase this product, bring some gloves so you can pick it up. And bring a tarp or cardboard or something to lay it on in your vehicle. I was able to grab this empty cardboard display to put under it. Now, let's quickly check out the advertised features. QPR Quality Pavement Repair. For fast and easy repair of potholes and utility cuts. Department of Transportation approved. No mixing required. Works in wet conditions. Open to traffic immediately. High performance, permanent pavement repair. And here are the easy installation instructions. Step 1. Clear the pothole of loose debris. Cut the bottom of the bag and pour QPR directly into the hole. Step 2. Spread QPR in 2-inch or 50mm increments outward to each edge of the area to be repaired. And step 3. Compact or tamp into place. Ready to drive on immediately. So that covers it. Let's get started. Here are the supplies I'll be using. Some gloves, a broom, a tamper, and some plywood. So here's step 1. I cleaned the pit of loose debris. And here it is, looking nice and clean. No loose debris in here. And here's one last look at the pit before we fill it. It's about 2 5/8 inches deep. And continuing step 1, I cut the bottom of the bag and dump the contents in the pit. Now we're on step 2, spreading it out. I just used the edge of this plywood as a straight edge, and I'm spreading it out level with the rest of the surface. I started with 1 bag, but I ended up needing 2. I continued to add more around the edges as I blended it out to transition to the rest of the flat surface. And with step 2 complete, we're on to step 3, tamping it flat with the tamper. Although it wasn't specified, I used a piece of plywood to run over it and final compact it. I mean, I'm sure my impressive strength was sufficient to compact it with the tamper, but why not? The plywood was just sitting there. The Jeep was just parked there. None of them were doing anything, and it was a nice day for a drive. Now to complete step 3, it is ready to drive on immediately. So let's drive on it. Taking a close look, the patch is rigid and secure. That was a nice, smooth drive. So, as advertised, technically it's ready to drive on immediately. It is ready for traffic. But taking a close look at the tire, of course there's tar on it, because this patch is fresh out of the bag. But it did not pull up any of the asphalt chips, just some of the surface tar. So even though it's ready to drive on, it's not something you want to touch or step in right away, unless you want tar all over you, which I don't recommend. And since we're checking out my boots, if you're wondering about these goofy red boots, one day I decided to take a pair of my nice black leather army boots and spray paint them red for an important He-Man costume. Very important. But this wasn't my first time wearing a He-Man costume. The first time, I just wore black tennis shoes. What a disgrace! But this time, they needed to be red. Wow, amazing! So, that's why my boots are ruined. Now, let's follow this patch for a while in regard to curing progress over time. I will check in on this every 2 days for the next week. But I also have another patch that I did 3 weeks before this, just to test out the product before filling a bunch of dips with it. So, we can also check in on this patch, which is 3 weeks ahead in the curing process. So at the end of this, we'll have 4-week results. Here it is after 2 days. It's pretty much just like it was when it came out of the bag. It's still malleable. I can push it around anywhere I want. And it's still not something that you would want to touch with your fingers or shoes. And here it is after 4 days. I can still push it around, but the tar on the top is significantly decreased. It doesn't leave as much residue on my fingers. And here's day 6. The top surface isn't too bad. It doesn't leave much residue on my fingers, and it wouldn't be too bad walking on it. But the material below is still wet and malleable. I can easily shove a stick in here and swirl it all around, so it's by no means cured all the way through. However, driving on it is no problem. It is definitely fine to drive on, and there is no tar residue left on the tires. That was only an issue on the first day. However, what about a scenario like a scooter, where all the load is not distributed over a big wide car tire? Whee! The scooter wheels cut a pretty significant groove into the patch. It can't support a point load like that. But I was able to tamp it back flat with my impressive strength. And now we can see the 4-week results by looking at the other patch that was laid 3 weeks prior to the previous patch. It is firm, and there's no issue with tar on the surface. I could pick it apart if I wanted to, and I personally think it's not cured all the way through. But it's serving its function, and the curing is progressing. Of course, I can drive over it no problem. Whee! And it also passed the scooter test with no noticeable damage or deformation. That gets us through the application and 4 weeks of curing. But I would like to point out a few more things. When I laid the first patch as a test, it was not curing well. It did not seem to cure at all for the first week, and I was considering shoveling it up and using a different product. Looking at online reviews, there are lots of poor reviews saying that it never cured. Looking further, QPR has a YouTube video with some tips, saying to apply mortar dust or Portland cement on top for a faster cure time. It also says curing can take up to 6 months. They have a huge disclaimer about it in their video. I read all the fine print on the bag, and maybe I missed it, but I didn't see it. The bag just says it's ready to use immediately. I think this is definitely misleading. If I'm shopping at the store and read the bag, it just says it's ready to drive on immediately. It technically is for cars, but you can't even ride a scooter on it after 1 week of curing. Per their YouTube video, curing can take up to 6 months, so be aware of this additional information. For me, the surface started to firm up around 2 weeks, and I decided to continue with it for the next dip. Last, I think this will work perfectly in an actual pothole, where there's a vertical wall around the entire perimeter. In my application, filling a dip, it doesn't blend well at the edges because of the coarse chips. I'm curious to see if the snowplow will catch the edge and tear it up over the winter. We'll see. So, that was my personal experience. I would recommend this product overall. Curing time is the biggest questionable aspect. As always, I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Drop any comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.